Welcome to the Upshot, Ulti-World Disc Golf podcast about the latest in the disc golf world. I'm the editor, Charlie Eisenhood. Joining me is Josh Mansfield on this Thursday, September 11th. It's always a kind of a weird day in New York City because you feel it a little bit. Like I saw the Catholic church right by my house is having a ceremony, and it's also just kind of a weird day right now in America, like with all the stuff that's been going on, and we're not going to get into it at all, but it just feels like, I don't know, I feel a little extra reflective. It's been obviously more than 20 years, but I still remember where I was in 2001.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I was talking to one of my classmates, and he mentioned how, like, his wife or friend is a elementary school teacher, and the conversations that she has with fifth graders about 9/11 are just a very different conversation.
Of course,
right? It's there's so many other, like, there's just a lot of other events that are, to them, it's just another one in the history book. And even, like, I mean, I was 4 when it happened, so
I was going to say you must have been really young.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to, like, kind of see the impact a little bit post, right? And have grown up with it, but it definitely, we're getting several generations separated from the event, and it's definitely changing the place that it holds in their history book.
Of course. I mean, it's like how, I might talk about the Vietnam War or World War II. It feels like a distant past.
I said the JFK assassination was
sure.
Right.
Sure.
People who live through that just see that as a completely different moment.
It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know.
I would imagine
it's a tough day to wake up and read the newspapers.
Yeah. I would imagine it is very different in New York, right? Like,
yeah, there's just a different, and it's not like it used to be. It's not like it used to be.
Sure.
But it's still present for many people here. Yeah. And I did not live in New York at the time. Anyway, let's talk about more fun things. We've got a light show for you. This is a little snack of a show, okay? Because there's really nothing going on. We got no tournament this weekend. We're kind of waiting to get started for the playoffs. Steve Dodge is going to join us next week to kind of get us ready for the playoffs, talk about the new structure of the playoffs, talk about what's going on at the MVP Open. Of course, we've got GMC next weekend to kick things off. And fall in the upper New England it's a wonderful time. I kind of want to just, like, spur of the moment, go up to GMC for a day. If only it wasn't so far. Anyway, we're going to kick things off with a little prediction game. Okay, so right now the PDGA is accepting bids for another couple of weeks for some of the upcoming majors, including the 2028 World Championships, as well as the 2027 European Major. So I thought, Josh, it might be fun to try to predict where we think 2028 Worlds will be. So we know where all the other Worlds are going to be for the next 5 years. Okay.
Yep.
So obviously,
which is odd. That has not happened.
Not
before.
normal. Not typical.
Yes.
We of course just had Europe. Next year we'll be in Michigan. I just saw, by the way, Ezra and Goose did a video on the other course.
Oh, okay.
So go check that out. I have not watched it yet.
You have not watched it either. Okay.
Yeah. Then we go to Portland, Oregon, 2027.
Yep. Can't wait.
Then we don't know where we're going for 2028, and then in 2029 we'll be in Estonia at the European Disc Golf Festival that will host Worlds that year. Yep. So I think it's fairly obvious that Europe is out for 28.
Yes.
Do you agree?
I completely agree. There's no way they're going to do back-to-back European Worlds.
Yeah. So we're going from upper Midwest, then we're going to the West Coast the next 2 years. Mm-hmm. Where do they go in 28? Well, and maybe there's 2 questions. Where do you think they'll go? Where do you want them to go?
Okay, great questions. I like the delineation. I do want to point out Nate Heinold hosting 2026 World, Jeff Spring hosting 2027 Worlds. My presumption,
and so let's go back in time.
Yes,
2024 was Nate Heinold.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it was UC this year. 2023 was Jeff Spring.
Right.
Okay, so we've had Spring, Heinold, UC. Heinold, Spring, question mark.
My assumption would be that it's probably going to be a different TD crew.
I agree 100%.
So that rules out Peoria. It rules out, obviously, Michigan and no Portland. GMC was fairly recent, so I think it rules out GMC or Smugs. It rules out Virginia, which obviously we had fairly recently. So those, I mean, I think you could have said those were fairly obviously ruled out because of their proximity. I think that there are a couple, I could see it kind of going two ways. The first, I could see something like, oh man, I could, the one that pops to my head is Iowa. I think
tied
it was,
to that with heavy Pro Tour support.
Yeah.
And we know that Ty was prepping a bid for 29.
Right. So
25 years after Iowa last hosted Worlds.
I could see them just bump it up a year and go for 28, especially if like Pro Tour's like, hey, you know, or not Pro Tour, but the PGA, like, you know, we need a bid. Iowa does great with money, right? Purse would not be an issue. So I think Des Moines is a very real possibility. The other gut feeling that I have, and it might be misplaced, but like I think that they're man. I think that it could be Austin.
Ooh.
It's been a Pro Tour Plus event for several years now. They keep making changes to the course. They've hosted a major at Sprinkle Valley. Like, it's got all... And we haven't... I don't remember... when was the last time we had a Worlds in Texas?
I was just thinking about that. I'm going to pull it up because I have it in... It's in the bid documentation.
Okay.
For the 2028 Worlds bid. So I'll pull it up. It's definitely been a while.
It's been a long time. I can't either. So I think Austin could put in a bid, and I think that if I had to pick like the two what I think are most likely, it's Des Moines or Austin. Those are my two picks.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
I think we could see Charlotte.
I almost said Charlotte. I thought the same thing. Yeah. With Hornets Nest coming back, and
we haven't had like a Southeast Worlds in a while. Mm-hmm. We have had them, of course. The last time we were down in that part of the world was 2017 for Augusta, and then we were in Northeast, Midwest, canceled for COVID, West with Utah, Mountain West.
Yeah.
Kansas, back to Vermont, Virginia, Europe. So, you know, maybe I should take that back because Lynchburg, Virginia is pretty close to Charlotte. Like, it's the same people who are going to be close by, right?
Right. And they have a major every year. So,
yeah.
It's hard to feel an impetus to be like, we need to get back to the Carolinas.
I agree, but I look fondly back on 2012 Charlotte Worlds. And if you did them, obviously you wouldn't play the Winthrop. If you did them at the different times of year, I don't think it would be a big deal to go there twice. If you went to the spring, you did a springtime Worlds in Charlotte, like after 5 or 6 Pro Tour events.
Sure.
Like, even I don't think it's crazy to do that once in a while.
No, I don't think so either. I think it hurts the likelihood. I don't think it's crazy though.
Our last Texas Worlds is 2002 Houston.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Waco's got a second course that's but my point is like I could see a Texas bid, but Austin's my I think the pick.
Austin would be very interesting. I don't think you quite have the courses. But maybe you can just suck it up and like you play Sprinkle Valley.
Yeah, that's.
But like, I could see it.
I could see it.
Like they definitely have enough of like a TD group there, and it feels to me like any Worlds at this point is going to have like fairly involved TDs from like the Pro Tour land, right?
Yeah.
So even if Jeff Spring is not the TD, like they're going to need to be involved. Like I think we're way past the point of like random TD getting to run Worlds. It just it cannot be that way anymore. But I think those feel like pretty good bets. I kind of feel like Iowa's going to get 2030.
Okay. Think they go 1 year.
And of course, it also matters who's putting in bids, right?
Oh, absolutely. And we have no. We should disclaim right now. We have no knowledge.
There's zero knowledge.
We have no idea who's submitting bids.
Pure speculation on what they're doing. So, I think let me look before we finish this. I want to just look at the Pro Tour schedule for next year because I also think it's most likely that you're going to see it like in a place that is an established tour stop for the most part.
Sure.
So obviously Austin fits the bill, Iowa fits the bill, Charlotte fits the bill.
Yep.
What else even is there? I could maybe see a Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah.
You'd need the right people to get involved as tournament directors, but like that's like feels different enough.
Okay.
From Michigan.
I agree. This one feels and not just from Michigan. I feel like this one's going to be a different year, right? It Worlds since Utah probably. I mean, yeah. So the past 4 Worlds have felt 5 Worlds since Utah. 5, yeah. Have all felt like okay, yep, like this is where we go to do Worlds, right? And Utah was a little bit of that anomaly.
Yep.
And then even prior to that, I mean, it was Peoria. I don't remember where 18 Worlds was.
Well, I mean, Virginia kind of came out of nowhere,
Virginia did. You're right. Yeah,
and it was a big success. They're obviously going to go back there. It's just a matter of when. I feel like 28 is probably a little too soon for another Virginia. I'll be disappointed if they don't mix it up a little bit.
I would too. I think this is going to be like different location in the past 10 years. Worlds location.
St. Paul hosted Worlds in 2001. That's the last Minnesota Worlds.
I don't know the Minnesota geography well enough, because I love Blue Ribbon.
I'll be honest,
Pines.
I don't either. But you could run Black Bear as your open course, and then I don't know what the optimal wooded Minnesota course is.
I don't either.
Top UDIS courses in Minnesota. I'm assuming Blue Ribbon Pines is number 1. Is that wooded enough? Probably.
I'm fine with it. If those two are close enough, I'm great with that.
Oh, I think they're not too far. I mean, let's do it.
I just don't know anything about Minnesota.
Let's do it. Do they have the TD? I don't know. But I would love to see Minnesota.
Minnesota would be cool.
I honestly would be happy with any of those places.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too.
Okay.
So where do you want it to go?
If I had to pick.
Yep. If you're picking a bid, TD staff's in place, ready to go.
I want geographical variance.
Okay.
So for me, I would probably say Texas or Charlotte.
Okay.
Because I feel like Minnesota and Iowa, we're just there from.
I think you're thinking too
6.
You're thinking too narrow, Charlie.
Okay, go crazy.
New Orleans. You find a golf course, you stick a temp course on a golf course, and you use your new course that you've got for Big Easy Open. You got 3 years on tour to do it. New Orleans Worlds 2028.
I mean, hell, they put the Super Bowl in New Orleans every 5 years.
I mean, why? If you find an appropriate golf course somewhere close to the disc golf course, why not?
I hear you. Oh, I didn't realize 2026 Super Bowl is in Levi's. Let's go.
I didn't either.
The Niners got to make it. We got to have that home game.
Niners got to make it. Okay.
It's Brock Purdy out 5 weeks. Just saw.
you're hoping to make a decent wild card spot right now.
Can we call them the medic? Like, please help us.
George Kittle's on IR.
Oh my God, let's not start. Okay, New Orleans. I mean, why not?
If I got to pick New Orleans,
why the hell not? I'm sure they can come up with courses with that much lead time.
Tell me you can't make an open. That's the thing. As long as if you have a solid wooded course.
I mean, they made Ivy Hill out of nowhere, and it had huge flaws, and it still went well.
Glendevere, just pop it in a golf course.
Yeah,
give them 4 years to work on it.
And I know that the Howe Parc des Familles is going to be fine as a wooded track.
Yeah. Put it in New Orleans. New Orleans 2028. If I could pick anywhere, there it is.
That'd be sick. I feel like, you'd need the Pro Tour involved with operating.
Yeah.
Okay. 2027 Europe. So we've got 26 Estonia.
Yep.
28 Estonia as European Disc Golf Festival, and then 29 it'll be Worlds. So there's two questions. One is, where's it going to be in 27?
Yep.
And will they have a second European major like they did this year when Worlds is in Estonia in 29?
I'm going to work backwards on that question. Yes, they'll have a second major while they're in Estonia. I also think it's very likely and very possible that it'll be Finland. I think that especially if the rumors and chatter about like possible Beast and Monster not getting demolished as much as they thought because of how successful Worlds was, I could absolutely see that popping back onto the tour by 2029. 2027 feels a little bit ambitious to me, but it's possible even that they could come back for 2027. But I think they definitely have a second major in Estonia with Estonia Worlds, and I think it's likely to be Finland. 2027, I am going to say Krokel.
Any of these big Euro stops could get the bid, right?
I think so too.
My thing is probably not Finland.
I agree. I don't think it's Finland in 2027.
I think you could.
Oh, yeah.
But like the Finnish crowd can take the ferry over to Tallinn.
Yes.
To go to these other, so like, it's not at all far. Now, I won't complain if they do, but like, when's the last time a European major was in Sweden? I don't even know, like, if I recall.
I don't either.
And when was the last time one was in Norway? Krokel's in Sigerud, I think is the name of the town.
I'm not sure about the name, but yeah. What, Charlie?
Because like you could have Ale host.
No, Charlie, I know the answer.
Oh no,
it's Konopiste. It's a real Konopiste major.
Yeah, see that Czech Republic's they've already had a couple majors at Konopiste, right? I can't remember now how many they've had. But again, like any of them would be fine.
Any of them would be fine. I think yes.
It's all about like who's willing to step up and like put in the effort to do a major.
Yeah. Krokel's my pick. I'd love Krokel 2027. That'd be so sick.
Is that your favorite European stop?
Man, it's up there. I love Krokel. I love Konopiste. I love Nokia Tampere. And then I love the event in Estonia, but like obviously that one's taken care of. But probably like Krokel's up there. I love that course. I looked at trying to get over to go play Krokel. It is not an easy. It would not have been an easy trip. To take care of, and I had not planned around it, and so I did not go. But I really considered trying to make my way over to Krokel while I was in Europe.
I was looking to see if they had a list of the the European major stops over the last 20 years, but obviously it's mostly been European Open.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think like it's a good opportunity to give it to somebody else. Feels like similar to 28 Worlds, where it's like, okay, we've already kind of like locked in a bunch of other stuff around it. Let's give somebody else an opportunity who's ready for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Let us know your thoughts. Upshot at ultiworld.com. Where do you think they'll go? What would you like to see? And you can also chat with us about this in the Ultiworld Disc Golf Discord if you become a subscriber. And you can do that at discgolf.ultiworld.com/subscribe. It's less than $5 a month. Join the Discord, get all of our live rapid reacts and bonus segments, and chat with us. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we've got a jam-packed 30-second rule. Stay with us. The Upshot is presented by Pound Disc Golf, makers of the best bags in the sport. Restock alert. Octos are back in lots of new colorways. They've got a blackout bag that's shipping immediately. So if you want the all black zippers, black everything, you can order that right now at pounddiscgolf.com. They've also got pre-orders available for the steel and sage colorway, the coffee and steel, that's a really nice looking one, and the clay and navy. Of course, the Kevin Jones and Casey White signature bags also available right now to ship today. So head over to pounddiscgolf.com, get your order in either for a bag today or a bag in November if you want one of these new colorways. So get your pre-orders in. Welcome back to the Upshot. It's time for 30-second rule, where we get 30 seconds to talk about each topic, and if we go over, it doesn't matter. Josh, are we going to have to rename this segment when they change the rules next year?
No, it's still 30 seconds. Well, I guess because then it's for what, 40-second rule?
Well, it depends.
It's
are
still
we teeing
30
off? Or
yeah. I think it's just.
I get 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds to read it.
Yeah, there we go.
I get 45 seconds to answer, and then we can extend the time.
That's right. Yeah. You know what we need, Charlie? We need like a graphic up on our screen that just like ticks down so that we're like, we've got the pressure on us, right? And we nickname it the Marshall, and it just says the Marshall with a little ticker on it. That's what we need.
And then there's we have to have some sort of punishment if we go over, but
there we go.
Right. Here we go. I'll run the show today.
All right.
First up, the sort of like next stage of logging at the IDGC, where WR Jackson used to be, has finished. I think so. They got done in like June with phase 1. I think they've been like sort of pricing it out. We haven't gotten updated PDGA board minutes, but I think they're continuing to do work there. It's tough because they have to do all of this clearing work just to get to the point where they can then start thinking about putting a course in there. I think it'd be optimistic right now to say the Champions Cup is back in Georgia in 2027. I think that would be ambitious. So I kind of expect them to keep Champions Cup out of there at least until 2028. Have they announced 2027 Champions Cup yet? Now I'm like wondering.
Because what? Virginia's next year. Man, we were talking about Louisiana Worlds, but a Louisiana Champions Cup, if assuming Parc de Famille is that course, that would be perfect fit.
It literally fits right into the calendar. Like, I think that's more likely than not if it goes well this year. Yeah, it's like maybe they'll be ready by then, but it's been nothing but delays and cost challenges, and it sucks. I mean, it really got crushed.
Here's my biggest thought. Just don't rush it, right? When it was 1 or 2 years, fine. You're pushing, you really want to get it back because this was supposed to be the IDGC tournament. I hear you, right? At this point, there is no identity to Champions Cup. It's dead. There is so let it be dead for a while. Take as long as you need to get a quality course in there, and don't rush it. We can find other wooded or non-wooded courses to host a spring major every year. It is fine. So please just do a good job with this. Don't rush it back.
Next up, the PDGA is piloting a TD rating system. So the idea would be that, it would be integrated into the PDGA Live and stuff. And you would, players would give feedback after events, and it would create a rating for TDs. I think this is a great idea.
I think so too.
To me, this is like a great way for there to be accountability and to celebrate the best TDs.
Yeah, it also, I think, becomes a really easy number to show, like, it might sound silly, but like you have to, in order to put a bid for a major, your TD has to be above a certain rating,
or an A tier,
or an 8. Yeah. Interesting. I love this idea. I think it's great. I hope it also is. I hope feedback is a part of it, but I also hope it's just like, oh, I can see this TD has a really high rating because he's run 20 A tiers with hundreds of players every time. Right. Like, so I hope it's numerically based as well, based on number of events, size of events, and that plays a big role as well.
Next up.
I hope it's not Yelp. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope it's not just Yelp for TDs. That is not as helpful to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think in theory, like most TDs are going to get good ratings unless they do like a notably bad job. It's like Uber.
Yeah.
Like when are you giving your Uber Lyft driver anything other than 5 stars? They like got to run a red light,
right? You got to worry.
Or for your life. Like the guy I had the other day, I still gave him 5 stars, but I was like running late to the airport, and I was like, "Hey, I'm running late to the airport." And like, I'm not expecting him to speed, but I'm expecting like him to do his best.
Yes,
he's going 45 in a 60. I'm like, hey, can we go the speed limit? Like, I don't need you to speed, but can we go the speed limit? That was tough. I made the flight.
I'm glad to hear you didn't miss it for a Rapid Reacts.
I do my best.
I'm glad. I always tip Uber drivers who don't talk to me the best, because like when I'm in an Uber, like I'm answering emails, or I usually I don't want to chat the entire time, so I always tip my Uber drivers who don't talk to me the best.
Just like subtly putting, like giving good feedback for the lack of talking.
I'm slowly changing the system, Charlie.
It's always wild. Like in New York, Uber drivers really never talk to you unless you like want to talk. It's like they're basically professional drivers.
Sure.
And then I go to other cities and it's like chat fest, which can sometimes be a lot of fun because that's like some wild stories.
Yes.
I've had some wild Uber driver stories.
Yes. Agreed. But my presumption is I don't want to talk. So
I definitely understand that. If you pay the upgrade for the comfort one, you can just tell them I don't want to talk to you. It feels very aggro to say don't speak to me.
It does.
Okay. Next up, the Paul Macbeth Foundation in a little over a week, Saturday, September 20th, is running Throw for More, a one-day global disc golf fundraiser on the last day of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. And the idea is to play as many holes as you can in a single day while raising funds to expand disc golf access in underserved communities. So it's kind of like a walkathon type of approach.
Mm-hmm.
So you get pledges from friends or supporters or whoever, your family, either per hole played or just as a strict, like, I'll give you $10. And then you donate. So you can get people in your local community to go out and play. You can try to play, you can set your own personal record for holes played. And UDisc is pledging to donate 10 cents for every round logged in the app on September 20th. So if you just go in and you're logging your rounds in the app next Saturday, UDisc is gonna donate as well. They are hoping to break the standing UDisc record. Can you guess what the record of rounds played in a single day is in UDisc? It's like an impossible number to guess.
Can I get digits?
Sure.
Okay.
It's not surprising, I think. It's 6.
Oh, really? I was expecting high fives, I'll be honest. So
okay.
If that's the case, if it's not surprising that it's 6, I'm going to say it's like 230,000.
That's not a bad guess. Okay. 116,000 is the standing record. The Macbeth Foundation is hoping that they surpass 120,000 rounds on Saturday, September 20th.
I'll go play 2 rounds on Saturday, September 20th.
I think I might be able to play some rounds on Saturday, September 20th.
Got to go find a 9-hole course and just play it on repeat.
Just laps.
Yeah. There's actually one I think close to me. So
prizes will be awarded to top individual fundraisers, clubs, and TDs, and all participants are automatically entered into a raffle for exclusive items. So I think the place to go, if you search Throw for More in Google, you'll find their charity page. It's charity.pledgeit.org/throwformore. They've already raised $16,731, exceeding their $15,000 goal.
So the day hasn't even happened yet.
Hasn't even happened yet.
Nice.
Let's see. If you raise $100, you automatically get a Throw for More stamped buzzsaw from Discraft. If you raise $200+, you get a signed event poster, signed by Macbeth. It's got like some groovy disco vibes to it. We'll put them up on the YouTube so you can check them out. The top 10 individual fundraisers get some like serious swag, like you could get a grip bag or a Zuka cart, Macbeth Foundation shirt and hat, a signed disc, like a whole swag zone. Yeah. The top 10 teams get a bunch of discs and hats and swag and stuff like that. So, and then the raffles include Zuka cart, 8 Macbeth signed discs, prizes from Latitude 64 and Disc Store, Vessi shoes, etc. So pretty cool.
Right now they have top funds raised leaderboards, so you can go check out the leaderboard. Albion Hills Disc Golf Club up in Canada is in the lead with $1,836 raised. Sarasota Sky Pilots $1,640, and then another round Greenville has $1,359. So that's, if you're going on the club side, that's where they're at for money on that leaderboard.
Yeah, very cool. All right, we kind of like briefly mentioned this on last Tuesday show when we were talking to Missy. Kristen Lätt is no longer registered for Throw Pink. She had been registered on her PDGA page. She is no longer. She's not signed up for anything for the rest of this year, which certainly seems to imply that she's not going to be coming back to the U.S. to play Throw Pink and the Pro Tour Championship and, match play and all that stuff. I guess, maybe can't rule it out at this point in September, but if Kristen's season is done, what does that make you think for like the new contract, for where her head is at, all that?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say pody race.
We have a moratorium.
Yeah, man. I can't see a world where Latitude 64 lets Kristen walk to another company.
No way, right? And they just dropped a new bag.
Zero shot. There's zero chance that they let her walk to another company. They will do whatever it takes to make sure that she gets the offer that she is happy with. So unless there is some internal tension that we are unaware of, Kristen will be back at Latitude 64 if she signs another competing contract. I said a couple of years ago, in the midst of the Grand Slam, that I thought there was a possibility that at the end of this contract, Kristen just walked away from it. And I don't remember the details of it. And I don't think it's the likely case, but Kristen's head is in a weird place. And I think that, I don't know, I really think that one of two things happens. I think one, she comes back, same old Kristen, and just keeps crushing. Probably not like win every major, but comes back and is like, oh, by the way, I'm still like the best player in the world. I think that is possibility number one. Possibility number two is she plays no more than like 5 or 6 events if she plays at all. I don't think there's gonna be this in between where she's like off, not right, head mental game's not where it should be, and she's just grinding and playing a bunch of events still. I think that's it. That's done. If her headspace doesn't get fixed, I just think she doesn't play.
Going to be really interesting. I mean, I think Kristen can probably coast on disc sales and bag sales and merch sales and like make money, even if she's not touring.
Yep.
You know, it's like Sexton Firebirds are selling, even if Nate's not playing that many tournaments anymore. It's really, I feel like it's a huge question mark.
It is.
And I think everybody is rooting for Kristen to feel like she's ready to come back.
Absolutely.
And maybe the schedule isn't quite as packed. And maybe she takes a little bit more of a break in the middle of the season, similar to how she has in the past. On the other hand, some of the times when she did take breaks, they were sort of like injury driven. Like she got hurt and then she took a month off or 6 weeks off because she, remember she like hurt her hand or something in the kitchen. What's that? No,
I thought she broke the rib.
She broke a rib. She had the wrist thing. Remember she was having a hard time with forehands.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah. I think that was.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I just got to root for her to come back.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty bummed she's not. It seems like she's not going to be coming over for the kind of the big tournaments at the end of the year.
I completely agree. It always felt like if it was very difficult to limp across the finish line in FPO, because if you tried to limp across the finish line, then like Kristen pounced on you and obliterated you. Like that just was not permissible. And I feel like we've lost that a little bit. So without Kristen being here. So I wishing nothing but a just bounce back year for her next year and really hope she comes back. But I don't know. It's some people never come back from mental struggles around sports like this. In lots of sports.
Oof, the putting stuff is tough, It
is.
Like when I forget what tournament it was, one of the European events before Worlds, she's like literally never throwing it better.
Yeah.
And the circle one putting was a total disaster. Like you got to get through that or it ends up looking like henna, you know?
Yeah.
And Kristen could probably slog through looking like henna, but henna's the better thrower.
She is.
All right. Last thing, really quick look. Contract watch. Who's playing for some money down the stretch here for next season? Because we've got a bunch of 2025 contracts coming up for renewal, and players are maybe already kicking tires, and the market is leveling out, so it's not quite as like sketchy a spot as it was last year. So, Josh, who are some of the players to keep an eye on down the stretch here?
Let's start with a couple that I think are pretty easy. Holland is up for renewal at Discraft. Can't see a world where she doesn't just get re-signed coming right back. Right now, making the case for a good, strong finish could maybe improve her bargaining power, but feels like a pretty safe lock over at Discraft. Kristen's at Latitude 64. We talked about her. Chris Dickerson is an interesting one to me. I think he could benefit a lot from a end of season push.
Is this the end of his long contract? I think it is.
I think it is too.
He had he signed a 4-year deal in 2022.
That's when he moved over from Prodigy.
And so like where's he at? His rating is back up to right around 1040. He's at 1039. He's actually been playing okay lately. He's 7th at Ledgestone, 5th at Idlewild, 10th at D-Glow. But obviously hasn't won anything and kind of by his standards has struggled this year.
Well, he's down in 17th in the Pro Tour standings, which even when Chris wasn't like winning anything, I think, last year, what was he, 6th or 7th, I thought he was still up there because I remember every time I looked, I was like,
it was always surprising how high he was.
every time I'm like, oh yeah, Chris Dickerson's just playing terrible. And then we go look at the Pro Tour standings and it was like, oh, he was 9th last year and he missed all of Europe.
I think about the Discraft pecking order right now. So you've got AB at 3, Ricky at 5, Macbeth at 6, Hammis at 9, Aderhold at 10. That's a lot of guys in the top 10. Sponsored.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And I think you should keep going.
Well,
Ezra at 11.
Ezra Robertson
Goose
at
at 13.
Right.
Corey Ellis at 16.
And Ellis is on the lower team now, right?
I think so, yeah.
And then you've got Dickerson at 17. So, how do they want to handle that? And like, does Chris have the same star power that he did 2 or 3 years ago? I kind of don't think so.
I don't think so either. I also neglected. Oh no, Sullivan Tipton's on DGA. That's right. I was thinking he was Discraft, but he's DGA. Yeah, it's the problem is that Chris Dickerson was never your and like some of those guys ahead of him, much better personalities in terms of like social media, YouTube content,
doing the work on the internet. Sure.
Yes, and so like the Ezras, massive like work that they're doing on socials, and I just don't see that from Chris. And so if Chris isn't playing well, it feels harder to give him. I don't think he gets a 4-year deal like he had before. That's for sure.
Seems unlikely.
It'll be interesting to see what he gets.
Remember, Discraft basically re-signed everybody last offseason.
They did.
Are they going to be ready to do that again? Or do they let some people walk?
Yeah. Yeah, going to be interesting. Chris is the first one I think is really interesting.
You've got also Aaron Gossage, Andrew Presnell, Ben Calloway up for new contracts at Discraft, along with Adam Hammis and Ezra Aderhold. So like they have a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah. I would expect like the Aaron Prez Calloway group, like here's another year, pretty, maybe not reductions, but pretty standard at what they're at without much movement. I think the interesting question, Aderhold and Hammis. Like that's the one that it's like, do you just give them the same deal? I think Aderhold's more value. If I'm Discraft, like even though Hammis wins a bit more, I think Aderhold does like I was just talking about, does a ton of work on social media. Ton of work.
Adam Hammis is a little controversial.
He is. Just had a little bit of a social media spotlight again at Declo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So tricky to decide, like, do you reward performance or do you reward? I mean, it's a business, right? You're selling discs, so I'd be curious to know who sells better, who discs better between the two. My presumption would be Ezra.
It's a great question. A couple of other MPO folks, Joey Buckets. He could sure use a strong close, huh?
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of an off year.
Yeah, he's going to be hard-pressed to keep that deal that he's got after this year's performance.
Well, but I don't know. Like, he's on this Castoplast deal. Like,
sure, maybe it's pretty a sustainable deal. I don't know. I would not want to be underperforming in a contract year with a House of Discs team right now.
No kidding. How about a couple of DGA guys, Andrew Marweed and Cole Radalin? Mm-hmm. Marweed playing great.
Yeah,
Radalin coming off a really nice showing. I mean, Marweed's 14th in the Pro Tour standings.
Marweed's in great shape. He'll be fine. I think Radalin really could benefit from a strong finish.
Right? I agree.
If he could show that there's some potential there still after the injury and the bounce back is there, I think Radalin could really benefit from a strong finish.
And then Josh, there's a couple of important FPO names.
We've got Henna Evelina over at Innova.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
They're coming off 3-year deals.
It's crazy.
Do they stay at Innova?
Okay.
Like they are gonna shop, I think.
All right, I agree. If you had to pick which one is most likely to walk, which one do you think it is? I know my answer.
Evelina, because she's more capable of earning more money somewhere else, potentially.
And I think that
she's much more likely to get offers.
Henna's relationship with like Jonathan Poole makes me think that it's unlikely that Henna walks.
Will they go to the same company or will they split?
If I were them, I would split.
They might just stay with Innova, right?
I think the most likely is they stay with Innova. I did hear
3 years ago that it was close, that they were maybe going to sign somewhere else, and Innova came in late and like bid up to get them to stay.
if I were them, I don't know.
This is a big spot for Evelina specifically.
Evelina,
and
yes.
she could for sure use a nice strong close of the year to kind of help her case. But like with what she was able to do last year, and then she literally does have multiple wins this year, including a major. I mean, I know she hasn't maybe had her best putter lately, but she's only missed the top 10 once this entire season.
She's got a major too.
And she's an incredible thrower of the Frisbee. She's got some of the biggest highlights you're ever going to see. I feel like she's got, this is her big contract.
This is her big contract. She's
one of the biggest free agents in my opinion.
I completely agree.
I mean, Holland too, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I think we both feel like Holland's going to stay at Discraft, but
I do feel
I don't know, like Holland should also be trying to get the best deal for herself.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, you got to pay Holland for what you think she's going to be over these next 4 years,
which is very possibly like a clear number one player. Like, I know we're talking a lot about Silva, but it's not like Holland's been going through some personal stuff, right? I mean, that's what what we've been hearing from people close to her camp. And besides this little blip of Ledgestone and Idlewild, she's been incredible.
Yeah.
She didn't miss the top 5 for like 6 months.
Yep.
Very interesting. So anyway, more to come on that in the offseason. But some players who have some strong incentive to play well down the stretch here. Josh, that's going to do it for today.
Nice 30-second rule.
Yeah, love it. We'll no rapid reacts this weekend because no tournament, but we'll be doing a sub bonus early next week, and then of course we'll have the rapid reacts following GMC over the weekend. So a little twofer next week. So looking forward to having you there, and just get yourself an Ulti-Roll Disc Golf subscription to join the fun. For Josh Mansfield, I'm Charlie Eisenhood saying so long, and we will talk to you next week right here on The Upshot.